What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tony on the charts, here coming just to take a review at basically all of the action that we've seen on Bitcoin over the last 7 days. And essentially, this kind of big dump out is what we were kind of preempting, and that was the trade that we left from last week, almost down to a T at those levels right there. So let's take a look about where we're anticipating this going forwards. So looking on the daily, we've got the monthly levels actually sitting below us, as well as the weeklies. And we're essentially at the daily levels at the moment, meaning we kind of have clear passage to be kind of moving straight above this price. But there's probably some reasons as to why we're not doing that at the moment. And those reasons might be, if we look at just a little bit of traditional TA, we broke out this channel, and obviously this was all governed by the news on Friday. We came and retested the top as support. And I guess what I've just highlighted here is just a reminder of really the kind of fickleness that comes with just observing patterns, because what we anticipated as maybe a downward wedge and a continuation, I guess you could take to the sides now, and if I get rid of the circle, rethink this as actually a downward channel. So it's just something to be aware of how these things can constantly be changing. But looking away from this, that one of the big reasons we thought we anticipated the downfall was looking at the RSI and price. This big massive divergence on the daily, suggesting it had to kind of come back away from this, and that buying pressure was easing off. Now, what that means for us now and our Elliott Wave count that we had at the time is that we anticipated that this was a kicking off a wave 1 going into a wave 2, which is how we kind of, other than the sub count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that combined with the Fibonacci levels and that coming down to the 50% retracement, basically gave us all the confirmation that we needed in terms of this count going into a wave 2. And this is exactly what we've come to see to play now. We're kicking off the wave 1 and then expecting the retracement of the wave 2 of the wave 3 leg at the moment. So if I was to put the smaller count in, still kind of works, and this is the ABC that we played to these bottoms. And if we go to this smaller level, this is all of the action that we've just seen since basically Friday going up until now. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is actually the pullback which we're going to be looking at playing at the moment, and expecting a bit of a pullback, just looking at the actual, these vector candles and the kind of velocity that we've kind of moved up in so quickly in a short space of time. Because if we were to take off the Elliott Wave count and just put on the volume profile, let's go to the daily, it will be clearer. There is absolutely no volume above us. There's no reason, if we wanted to cut through that with real intent. But we're going to kind of pull back and retest, which is why we're playing out this trade at the moment. Because if it is an ABC, like we're discussing, we're expecting, just like the previous 1, 2, just on a smaller scale, a retracement at least to that 50%, if not down to the golden pocket. And the reason we've got doubling up confluence, if I was to turn on this, the blue line being the kind of the 50-day moving average, the white line being the 200-day moving average, and basically just like in these previous examples where prices moved away from the averages, we're expecting it just to kind of come back to meet them, which all kind of has a bit of a confluence, essentially at this kind of golden pocket. But 50% take profit at the moment, and we'll be watching how that plays out, how that kind of ABC correction plays out, waiting for that wave 3. So would love to know what you think. Do you have a similar count? Let me know, and look forward to kind of touching base with everybody next week. Ciao.